Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You remember me, eh? I used to be Bert Newton all those years ago. It's great to have you here, and in the company of the Governor of Victoria and Judge Howard, we welcome you to Hamer Hall on a very, very special occasion. I guess it's special for so many people for so many reasons. In my case, I think I'm one of the few compeers in Australian television who was lucky enough to introduce 3 generations of the Zavod family. The late Eddie Zavod, who was a wonderful man, beautiful violinist, and a superb guest on any show that I did. He had a special charm about him, a special humour, as did his son, Allan Zavod. And Allan, today we are about to pay homage to him for what he's given us in music, in theatre, in film, not only here in Australia, but around the world. This particular symphony has been performed before, but in an edited version. Today you see it for the first time with all movements. There's a lady there in the road trying to work out who I am. Wait on, I'll just... Does that make it easier for you? But I happily dips my lid to Allan today. We go back a long way. I've introduced him on radio, I've introduced him in theatre, I've introduced him a heck of a lot in television. And we all know of his abilities as a musician and as a composer. But from a compere's point of view, he is the ideal guest. Not only the magic of his music is great for any show, but also his charm, his sense of humour, which is just terrific. And as the crew on Good Morning Australia, where he appeared many, many times, sometimes in a near-permanent position of being accompanist while our regular musical director was away, as the crew used to say, he's got a fun attitude. In that sense of humour, he got me one particular morning before the show. I was having a chat to him, and we talked about songs that we couldn't stand. And I mentioned one that drove me absolutely mad. It happened to be a thing called The Girl from Ipanema. I don't know if I had nothing against the composer or anyone concerned with it, but every time I heard it on the radio, off went the radio. And that morning when I was introduced on Good Morning Australia, guess what Allan played? To The Girl from Ipanema. And I could say nothing except, you won, Allan, you won. His wonderful family, of course, are known to so many of you. His dear mother is here today, and we welcome Annie. And in fond memory of her husband and Allan's father, Eddie, we know this concert today is so important to the family name and also the memory of Eddie. And of course, Zach, his son, who once again is a fine musician. If anyone ever doubts there's any such thing as hereditary, well, the Zavods prove otherwise. Can I mention to you today that 100% of the money from the tickets sold, and this is something which happens very seldom. I can't recall ever having been part of any show where the profits go in that way at 100% to a well-deserved organisation. And today it goes to the Royal Melbourne Hospital Neuroscience Foundation. And how appropriate, because with this environmental journey via Allan's composition, you go through creation, evolution, and industrialization of our planet and our world in general. It's amazing where this thought and then the actual rendering came from. But when you consider Allan Zavod and the brilliance he's shown over the years in theatre, movies, songs, jazz, the whole deal, you realise that this man is more than just a musician. Many of us will never get the chance of meeting and knowing a genius. In this particular case, we are lucky because we've had the opportunity of being in the presence of this genius, Dr. Allan Zavod. Just finally, if you need any proof, I mean, it's amazing to know back in the 80s, considering the population of the United States, Allan Zavod was considered one of the 10 best pianists in America. That in itself is an indication of this man is very special. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrilled to be here to have the opportunity of introducing the narrator for this afternoon, Jack Thompson. I think it's such an unusual occurrence with Jack and myself being on the same bill. Very seldom do you have two sex symbols in the one program. He's just a smidge older than me, but so much better looking. Ladies and gentlemen, environmental journey personified in the Environmental Symphony, which was composed by Dr. Allan Zavod, to be performed this afternoon with narrator Jack Thompson and the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Ben Northey. Thank you.
Billions of years ago, the earth was forming, lava and rocks, volcanoes storming, carbon dioxide, methane en masse, billions of bacteria making oxygen gas. In the beginning, gases drifted in space. Gravity's attraction made them embrace. primitive earth born with a roar, eruptions and lightning, celestial war. Despite the inferno, bacteria grew, releasing precious oxygen and consuming CO2. Forces of nature tended to stability, and Gaia formed. Such beauty, such serenity. Then the dawn of agriculture, society's time. Smart hunting, smart farming gave us free time. Time to teach children, time to weave tapestry, time to write history, time to build industry. The Industrial Revolution brought us the car. But did modern technology take one step too far? Steam engines, printing presses, electric lights, nylon dresses. Forests of chimneys belching black fog, land doused with chemicals, our cities in smog. more investment, more output, our leadership cried. What's more important than industrial pride? Don't fuss about toxins, pesticides, health. Our financial imperative is to maximize wealth. Onward time marches, heavy machines grind. Today is our focus, resources to mine. Tomorrow, they'll thank us for the vision we had, boundless opportunity. How can that be bad? But smog clouds the atmosphere, tranquility's bane. The enemy is clear, soot, sulfur, acid rain. Ozone protection on which we rely surrenders to aerosols. Skin cancer rates high. Scientists and citizens say we need a solution. Let's commence regulation. Let's outlaw pollution. Stop ozone destruction. Wipe out cursed toxins. Eliminate grime, fumes, and dioxins. With growing awareness, we chose to pursue definitive action. We knew what to do. A global treaty to clean up our act. Our leaders decreed the Montreal Pact. But victory declared too soon. More trouble, ubiquitous and spreading, a gaseous bubble. Carbon dioxide, so subtle, so elusive, so slow. The dose on the rise. Global temperatures grow. No CO2, no life. But too much warms our world. The science is clear, but invectives are hurled. Look, says the doubter, the air smells so pure. You say there's a problem? What makes you so sure? You say I should fear, but the culprit's invisible. The threat is statistical, its effect not predictable. You're unduly alarmed, I've seen it before. Pay attention instead to the world's starving poor. I routinely need oil to heat up my dwelling. My habits demanding, consumption compelling. I've a right and a need to keep driving my car. Abundance of jet fuel. Fly me near, fly me far. CO2 is increasing, but it's easy to breathe. It's warming the surface? Surely you tease. Rising seas, rising degrees, you say global warming. Why should I accept your complex warning? Finally, an inconvenient truth enlightens our attitude. There's no time to wait. There's simply no latitude. Doubters say scientists' goal is to agitate. Believers say scientists' goal is to mitigate. In the pessimist's view, it's time to adapt. If the sea levels rise, we can build where it's apt. Hurricanes more frequent? Build tough habitation. Rainfall less frequent? Build desalination. In the optimist's view, it's never too late. No way we'll despair. Our fight will be great. With thrift and clean energy, we'll cut gas emission. Lessen our footprint, put CO2 in remission. At last, an awakening. In Paris, they care. They listen to data. There's no time to spare. Renewable surge. Our world will survive with vision and leadership. Indeed, it will thrive. Future generations will look back with gratitude. How did you manage to change people's attitude? Global accord, Gaia restored, new Eden seen, wildlife abundant. Our planet is green. orbiting spacecraft enjoying the view of a beautiful planet, reborn, shining blue. Remember when years back its future was bleak? Pulled back from the brink, its beauty unique.